Okay, as a California real estate broker with over 40 years of experience in real estate sales, finance, management, and development, this gentleman, Harmik, became heavily involved in short sales from 1993 to the 2000s. Over 22 years ago, having helped thousands of clients with their upside-down properties, he directed his attention helping many others across the country with their credit and debt challenges. Today, besides continuing with his real estate operation, he is also the co-founder of Ucan2 FS, a premier national marketing company that offers credit education, repair, and FICO enhancement, plus debt negotiation, short sales, and business opportunities to the public. Please join me in welcoming Harmik.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. I just want you to know that you guys are very dear to me. I don't even know you yet, but I'm going to get to know you. The reason is because John told me most of the crowd that come here, almost everybody, is somehow legal-minded. They're either attorneys or paralegals or something to do with the industry altogether. So I said, that's great. That's a good group of people that I want to talk to. I seldom go talking. I used to talk in all the different states, different times. I seldom do that right now because of the technology. What I do, if somebody has a meeting like this, I just tell them to please connect to the computer and go to gotomeeting.com, and I put the same screen on, and you can all see everything, exactly what's going on. But I wanted to be here, and I'm very glad to be here, so definitely. I was going to talk about corporate credit. John said we already covered that stuff. I'm joking. I'm not going to talk about that. I've done it, been there, done that. What we are talking about is a lot more individualized. It's a lot more personal to a lot of people. And most important also, you make money from this. This is basically perfect for you. I'm looking around in the crowd. You are all mature, older. You're not kids. You have a lot of connections. You know a lot of things about things that we're going to talk about. You will know exactly what I'm talking about. And with that started, we can really grow. You can, as a team over here, with John's guidance, start building up yourselves and make some serious money from this. When I say serious money, you can get up to $5,000, $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month. And that's going to get distributed to depending on who has done most of what. The reason that we do that is obviously the credit repair that I'm going to talk about to you today is about 10-15% of our company. We are passionate about something else. On top of it, we are a network marketing company, a national company, as John said. So anywhere you have contacts, it doesn't matter. Florida, New York, Oregon, Hawaii, anywhere, it doesn't matter. We can help the people. And what we are passionate about, and I learned from, and I got the kudos, the pat on the back, is like go out and do it, is actually from the federal government. I was a key witness for a company that I helped build and grow big to the tune of about $4 or $5 million a month, by the way. They were the largest credit repair company. I don't know if Lexington Law was in business where he wasn't, but they were very big. It was called ICR Services. And I brought the most number of people in, and we did the most number of business, of cases per month. So I became very familiar, but the company was presenting things, that's why I'm very happy that you're all here, presenting things using wrong words, using certain things that you all know how technical somebody can be, and it can cause a problem. As the lady was speaking right now, you were going over some legal matter. I don't know the details of it, but you all appreciate what I'm saying. So what happened, the FTC, the FBI, the Attorney General's office out in Michigan came down on this company, very simple, and they said, we're going to close this company. However, you're the big fish. You're the biggest guy in the country. And we've done your records. We've gone all the way back to the day you were born, and you're fine. You're clear. You're good. However, we're going to send the FBI over. They're going to come over. They're going to sit down, and they're going to explain things to you. I said, yeah, by all means, definitely. They did. They knocked on my door one day. They came in, two gentlemen sitting around, and they explained to me exactly what the company is doing and why they're going to be shutting down this company. I said, that's a shame because I make a lot of money from this thing. He said, that's okay, but you're going to come out as the key witness, all expense paid, When FBI pays expenses, you go because it's going to be first class all the way. I said, no problem. Here's your ticket, by the way. Next Wednesday, you're on a flight. I said, you got it. FBI tells you to do something, you do it. So I jumped out there, and I was a witness. I sat down, and I found out more and more and more about what we have done wrong, and exactly to set this up. And the judge, with the jury and everybody else in the room, said, sir, you know credit enough to be able to be dangerous. What I'm asking you to do, start making it a passion for yourself about educating people about credit, because 99% of the people in this country don't know about credit. They have good credit, they have bad credit, but they don't know about credit. And the reason for it is obviously because there's no education for it. There are no classes, there are no college courses, there are no university courses. People have no clue. So if you can go and embrace that and make it a part of your company, do it, and God bless you. That's exactly what she said to me. I said, thank you very much, Your Honor. I'm sorry about this whole operation over here. I'm out of here. And I stayed there a little longer with the government people, especially the AG's office, and flew out here, and next day I resigned with the company, and the rest is history. I don't know if any of you have heard of ICR Services. This was from 1997 to 2003. 2004, 2003, I started paying a lot of money to a lot of people. By 2004, we launched what the company name is right now, Ucan2 Financial Solutions. Ucan2 FS for short. And the reason I say Ucan2, because once we explain what we do, there are a lot of people who say, I'm really interested in that stuff. And you'll see exactly how you make money. It's like, how can I get involved? Well, Ucan2. We do it all day long. Ucan2. There's no question about it. So as corny as the name is, it's very catchy. And once you get to kind of get used to it, you kind of like it, because you use it in your daily conversations. I do all the time. So now what we have is we have major financial companies that are signing up with us, and we are doing the credit repair for their clients. I have bankers, I have CPAs, tax preparers, mortgage brokers, obviously, real estate agents, obviously. They don't like salary, they go from commission to commission, which is exactly what we do. And as I said again, for you, it's going to be something very perfect, just perfect. And I'll explain it for you to see how simple it is at the end. Right now, we're going to start with the credit repair. And I start with a very simple question, and I'm not putting anybody down, so anybody wants to volunteer, or all of you together. This is the question I ask. How many credit agencies are in this country? It started with TRW in 1969. Most of you remember TRW, that became Experian. How many credit agencies are there? 3. Bravo. Bravo. Experian, TRW, TransUnion, and Equifax. That's it. There are thousands of smaller companies like Credit Karma or anybody else who buy information from the big 3. The big 3 are the ones that generate information, collect the database, do the analysis. They work with a company called Fair Isaac Company, which is called FICO, by the way, and they determine the risk involved with someone with their finances. So if we're going to lend money to somebody, buy a car, or anything we're going to do with a person, his FICO is going to tell us, or her FICO is going to tell us how responsible the person is. And today, after almost 50 years, started in 69, 50 years now, they have perfected their side of the business. They do everything they do because they love it. They make a ton of money from it, and all financial institutions are behind them. So we are basically the David and the Goliath. We're the David. They don't like us, obviously, because we are educating people, opening their eyes about credit, for them to understand how you control it, how do you own your own credit, how do you get, what is the lowest score you can have in credit? Anybody? 350. Bravo. 350 is the lowest. What is the highest? 850. Anybody in the room with 850? Anybody in the room for 820? Bravo. 780, 760, 750. The average score, for your information, is about 685, 690, below 700. So very few people, including this room, have the 700s. However, if somebody tells me they have a 750 or 780, which is a very good score, here's my simple question. Why not 800? Why not 820? Why not 830? Why not 850? The answer from everybody always is one answer. What is it? I don't know. Exactly. You don't know. Why? It's not because you're dumb, you're stupid, or anything like that. You could be very intelligent and very educated and everything else. There are no courses about credit. So a few years ago, I got myself a small team that knew a lot of politicians, and through them I'd come to know the governor and a lot of other people. And I sent them to Sacramento, and I said, go there for 3, 4, 5 days, all expense paid, and talk to the governor, talk to the assemblyman, talk to anybody you need to talk to see if we can implement this credit learning course, call it extension, call it whatever you want to call it, in colleges and universities. They came back after about 3, 4 days. They all came to my office. They sat down. They said, we're not going to do it. You're shaking your head. You're absolutely right. I said, really? He says, yeah. Because the whole game is set up where there is a lobbying going on, tons of money coming in from financial institutions. They are backing up the credit agencies because they want them to do exactly what they do, and they like to keep the people ignorant about credit. Why? Because the lower your scores are, the more they're going to charge you for interest. Bravo. You can say money, and they're going to make a ton of money. It's all about money, including the politicians who are bought out, and we all understand that. Am I mad at that? No, none of us are mad about that. But it's important to know. So what I said to myself, I said, you know what, with this company, we're going to do something different. We're going to educate people. We're going to teach them exactly how you take any credit score you have, and you're going to make it 800 plus in the next few months. It takes years? No, it doesn't take years. It takes 3, 4, 5 months, maybe even 2 months. But I rather under-promise, as we do in our company, over-deliver. So if you see your score hit 800 or 820, hit 850 by next month, you're good. You know what I'm saying? That's just between you and I. Good job. It's very simple. That's what we do. Now, when we do that for 1 full year of service. The credit repair takes, very conservatively, we tell people, it takes about 3 months to 6 months. When I say conservative, that's like low, under promise. Really, it takes about a month, 2 months, 3 months. But I'd rather say 3 to 6 months. And if they say, well, that's too long, I got to buy a car, I got to do this. You screwed up your credit for the last 5 years, 10 years, you had a bankruptcy, foreclosure, whatever. You want what, about a month, 2 months to get your credit fixed? So it's going to take a little time, okay? But it's possible, it's possible that you'll have that maybe in 2 months, maybe in 1 month. It's very possible, I just don't say the very part of it. 3 to 6 months. Are you game? You sign up. You sign up with us for $699 for 1 full year of service. 1 full year of service. That means if 6 months ago you have a ding on your credit for something late, maybe because you were traveling and you didn't send the check on time, what do? We just go in there and take it out. So you're covered for 1 year, $699. However, during that time, it's not the credit repair that we are concerned with, because we know what we can deliver and you'll see it, and we're going to be in contact with you and sending you updates on your telephones and emails, so you're going to know exactly what's going on. No, what we want you to do, please, is to get educated about credit. John just passed around a paper that says tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock we have a webinar. People from all over the country, mostly clients, they get on these calls, and they listen in and they watch on the computer exactly this. Okay? So somebody in Texas, somebody in New York, somebody in Alabama, I don't know, wherever, anywhere they are. They listen to what's going on. Once you listen to it a few times, every Thursday, after you listen to it a month, 2 months, it's exactly like driving a car. You've been taking the bus for a long time. What we're doing is we are teaching you how to drive a car really well. So you have full control, and you will be able to finance and buy yourself a car. And you'll have the credit score to buy it with zero down, zero payments, or zero whatever, like VW advertises. And you're going to drive a car for the rest of your life, no more bus on streets for you. You just drive cars on the freeways like everybody else. Is that fair? That's what we do. I've had every government agency you can imagine scrutinize us, and I love it. Call me, talk to me. They love the fact that we are passionate about the educational part of what we do. And I got one of the best attorneys in California, USC graduate. He's been doing this for a few years, and he worked at Attorney General's office for 10 years, by the way. And he is the corporate attorney for the repair company. If you notice, the repair company has a logo over here, which is different than the Ucan2 logo. It's a round circle that says National Credit Education Services. We have to keep these separate. Yeah, we have to keep this separate. That's just a technical thing, okay? So what you're doing is you're working with Ucan2, and what we have reps all over the country. We have thousands of reps across the country. And we give every one of the reps, including John, including Tony over there, their own website. This particular website happens to be mine, in case you don't remember my name. That's my name right there, Harmik. If you go to anybody's website, we don't care. We don't want you to come directly to us. We're not interested. Why? Because we're not competing with our reps. We call the reps independent business owners, or IBOs. So when we say IBO, that's what we mean, okay? So you go to the website and you can sign under, you can go to the home page over here, for example, and you can go down and read some articles, information, and see 3 short videos, 2.5, 3 minutes each, that gives you the introduction about our company. Then you can go up to credit repair, you can click on the credit repair, and a page opens up that only talks about credit repair. And if you go down again, right here, you're going to see 3 videos that explains to you Ucan2 and NCES and the credit repair industry. It explains here specifically what we do for you, and you can see results. You can see actual updates of clients, where bankruptcies, foreclosure, anything you can think of. No matter what kind of a negative item, no matter how long they've been on your credit reports, or no matter how many you have. I don't care if you have 20, 30, 70, 80 negative items. It's all same price, $6.99. For 1 full year of service. Some people say, well, what about these companies? They charge the same thing, but in monthly payments, right? How much do they charge per month? Lexington Law, it's about $80, $90 a month, if that's what we're talking about. And they're going to make their money because they have to keep you in there for at least 3, 4, 5 months. Otherwise, they're not making money. So I had a client yesterday sign up with us. He said, I've been with Lexington Law for 15 months, and I've been paying $89 a month. Not much has happened, really. Well, of course, duh. They're going to keep you for a long time because that's how they make money. We are exactly the other way around. And we are very open about it. We charge $6.99 up front, and we want you out of our hair as fast as possible. Do we like to hear from you 3 months down the line, 4 months? No, no, no. So our girls, mostly girls, a couple of guys, sitting in our processing center, they go to work from day 1. They contact you, they pull the credit, they consult with you. If you have any stories to tell, this is a car that I co-signed, yabba, whatever you have. Okay, we go over it together and we go to work. The credit agencies have to send you update reports by law, by the way, within 30 days. They send it on the 30th day, and I don't know what mail system they use. It's usually American, United States mail, but it takes about 10 days to get it. So it takes about 35, 40 days to get their update report. We said this is not good. I need to have updates much faster. So what we do, we get updates every 10 days, and we report it on every one of your telephones. You open it up, it says Ucan2, you open it up, it says Experian, you had 10 negative items, 8 of them are deleted. TransUnion, you had 9 negative items, 10 negative items, 6 of them are deleted. Equifax, all of them are deleted. So you get an update, you can see that. And we're going to send you another one. So by the time you get the one from the actual agencies by law, by the way. You open them up, you already know inside and out what he's saying. So we have taken advantage of the technology, obviously, not only to advance what we have for our clients, but also advance what we do with the credit agencies. How many of you have done credit repair? Any one of you have done credit repair? Bravo, very good. I've done credit repair too. I'm not doing it again. It's not that difficult. It's very simple. You pick up the phone, you call the credit agencies, and you ask them certain things, and they ask you certain things. You go at it, and if they don't give you much of a runaround, you have to spend about an hour, hour and a half on each one. And you want to do it simultaneously but separately, because they sell the information to each other, they trade information on a daily basis. So you want to work with one in the morning, one at noon, one in the afternoon. So if you're going to do this for about a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, what about the work? What about the income? What about the job, etc.? Well, we say if you can do it, more power to you. Do it. If you don't want to do it, let us do it. $6.99 for 1 full year of payment. If for 1 year, full year of service. If you put the $6.99 on a credit card, $6.99 on a credit card divided by 12 months. It's $58.33 a month. Not $98, not $89, not $60, $58.30. Which, by the way, is very good if you make the payments on it every month, because that helps your FICO score go up, because the credit card company, I don't have any credit cards. You don't have any credit cards. You don't have $6.99. You know what? You really need this service. Need. It's not some, wow, I really don't, no. You need it. You have to have it. Go borrow the money, go steal the money, go do whatever you have to do. Get the money and do this. Why? Because good credit is money. If you don't have $700 on you, that is money. You can have $5,000, $10,000, $100,000, and I tell them exactly how I started from college, 20 years old, 19 years old, exactly what I did. Union Bank, you all know Union Bank. It was time to buy properties and sell properties because prices are doing very good. My dad had a couple of laundromats, so we made the payments for the laundromats, we paid them off, and I went to see the loan officer over there. I said, I need to have a relationship with you. How do we do this thing? Real nice guy. He said, the way we do it is very simple. You need to borrow a little money. You already have a file here, your dad does. But you, under your name, borrow the money, don't spend it. Come back in about a month and a half, and pay for it, and pay the interest on it. It's nothing. It's really small. Do it. And then we have a file, and we'll open it up, and we give you $10,000. With Union Bank, in less than 1 year, I already had over $100,000 line of credit. This is back in 1978. I used to buy houses for $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 right here in Glendale, fix it up a little bit, paint it, and turn around and sell it for $90,000, $95,000, $100,000. I don't know how many of you remember, we used to do AITDs if we had to. We could assume the loan or we could take it subject to. These are all little real technical real estate stuff. Some of you may remember what we're talking about. It's the same today, not much different. The same house that used to be $55,000 today is $500,000 in Glendale. But then again, value of money has gone down too. But you can get 100,000 line of credit. So good credit is good money. So we explain all that in the 3 videos, and the reason for the videos is for presentation. I wish I knew we had this gentleman over here as a tech person, because you could get on GoToMeeting, and I would sit in my house in Calabasas, really nice, in my shorts or something, and I'll be doing this presentation without me being over here. The main reason he doesn't know that I'm here is because you people. It's because you people. Do you realize I drove 4 hours to get here, by the way?
It would have taken Chuck 4 hours to find the GoToMeeting. I'm hiding now.
You know I can't do it that fast.
You just do GoToMeeting.com. It's so easy. Do it tomorrow, by the way. Get on the call. It's really fun. And then what we do, we go up and we do FICO enhancement. What's FICO enhancement? We have a little advertising. You can take a look at it later on, of course. You can go on our website anytime you want. And you go down and you have a bunch of credit cards over here. What do we do with credit cards? As we do your credit repair, a bunch of negative items just came out. Your FICO score just jumped up. Don't be surprised if it jumped up 70 points, 80 points, 100 points, especially if you had a bankruptcy, foreclosure, something major like that, delete it. So that happens. Now we're going to do FICO enhancement. What we're going to do is we're going to get some cards. Do you have a bank you can go to and get a Visa, MasterCard? Do you have one already? Maybe you have 2 credit cards. You tell us what you have. If you don't, we're going to go and get credit cards from these guys. This one is the easiest one to get. You don't need to get qualified. Any score will do. And you can buy stuff online. However, they get you a credit card and they report to the credit agencies on monthly basis. So you buy $50, $60 product and you go from there. Open up any one of these things for bad credit offers. Any one of these credit cards, Access, Premier One, there's a few of them. You can get like 4 or 5 of them. Now we're going to do something with this stuff. I don't care if they give you $500, $700, $1,000 line of credit. It doesn't matter. Because what you're going to do, you're learning a car. Do you care if you're learning it in a Hyundai, in a Toyota, in a Nissan, or a Cadillac? Really? You don't. You're learning how to drive. It's exactly the same thing here. It's not like, oh, this credit card, whatever credit card you get. You're going to help your FICO go up, if you want to call it artificially, because you're actually controlling it. You're not waiting for the agencies to push your credit 10 points up. It's going to go 30 points up this month. Next month, it's going to go 35 points up. All of a sudden, you go from 720 to 820, 830, 840. That's the FICO enhancement. Then we have our programs that we talk in our subscription plans. I'm not going to click on those. We have the business opportunity that you can click also, and we have all of the videos for that. I'm not going to go into that. I can at the end explain very briefly, and we'll go from there. It's really up to you. However, what I'm going to do very fast is I'm going to talk about, you already have this, right? Everybody has this. Tell me yes, right? We have it, right? Those numbers? You have it in front of you.
It's the same number.
Exactly. It's the same. It's the same number all year long, by the way. We don't change anything. Credit repair, FICO enhancement. Ucan2 is the marketing wing. This is the credit repair division. Very simple. We are in Glendale, California. We are a premier national marketing company that offers credit repair education and enhancement to the public for over 22 years. That is our mail center, because clients that receive paperwork from the credit agencies, they don't know what it is, they don't know what to do with it, just send it to that address, and that is in our welcome letters to all the clients. They already know all about it. Credit controls our lives. You know how important it is. I'm not going to go through details, but the most important one is right here. It limits or expands your purchasing power. You can have an American Express Gold or Platinum. You can basically buy whatever you want to buy, and then you pay it off. It's just that simple. You can even make monthly payments on it. It opens down doors, closes doors to employment opportunities, increases or decreases quality of life, etc., etc., etc. You all know how important is credit. I'm not trying to sell you on that. In fact, I'm not selling anything. I'm just sharing information with you. This is what's important. TRW started in 1969. By 1970, not 71, by 1970, the Congress looked at the whole operation and they said, wait a minute. And I remember, I was a kid. I was 14 years old at the time. I remember very well. My dad would go to Sears or someplace else or a bank. They would give a one-page application to fill up, and I would say, what is this? They say they're going to get you a credit card. I already have an American Express, but they're going to get you different credit cards from this country. He was new here. I said, fantastic. So the Congress passed the law. I mean, looked at the operation. I said, they're not doing a bad thing. What they're doing is they are making it kind of conforming, all of the credit agencies working with the financial institutions and giving a score to people where they can determine pretty much the amount of risk involved in lending their money. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But we need to regulate them. So they passed what's called the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA. What the FCRA does, it spells out the rules and the regulations that the credit reporting agencies have to follow before they put anything in your item, in your credit. Any item in your credit, they have to do that. For the past 40 plus years, this was obviously a couple of years ago, 50 years now, reporting agencies have ignored most of the law, and it says that the information about you has to be absolutely accurate and verified to go in. So why are they ignoring the law? Government knows it. I know it. You know it. They know it very well. It is not fault of their own. They get about 20, 30, 40, 50 million entries per day, 24 hours come into their databases. There is no way possible for them to take each one of these items and go and verify accuracy. It's not verify social security number and your name. No, it's verify a lot of other information. I'll give you examples in just a minute. So what does the law say? It says absolutely accurate. Your information has to be absolutely and verified, by the way, before it goes in your credit reports. If reasonable procedures have not been correctly followed, then verified inaccuracies must be removed from your credit reports according to the law. I didn't say it. The law said it. The three credit reporting agencies are Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, and there are thousands of reporting agencies. They all buy information from the big three. We work only with the big three, simultaneously, separately, same time. What is the definition of what is supposed to be inaccurate information, erroneous and obsolete? Inaccurate is anything that cannot be verified. Can you give me an example? Sure. You got a loan for your house from Countrywide about 7 years ago. And then 3 years ago or 4 years ago, the property got foreclosed or whatever happened to it, etc., etc. We are now disputing the verification, accuracy, reporting of that loan. There is no way possible for these guys to go find anything from Countrywide. They're not even in business. Look for your loan papers, which has been sold probably 20-fold over all over the world, and try to verify everything, robo-signatures, actual signatures, this is your signature, every point about everything, and then get back to you and tell you we verified everything. There are many steps that they have to follow. Same thing with the bankruptcy, same thing with everything else. They need to follow. If it's not verified, they have to delete the item. What's erroneous information? This is very simple. Information that has been entered in your credit reports by human errors. Transposing numbers, misspelling names, missing some spellings, etc. And it happens on daily basis, by the way, because they get information on daily basis. This is my favorite over here. This is gonna blow your mind. How long does the bankruptcy stay on your credit?
10 years.
Anybody?
10 years.
10 years.
7.
How long does judgment stay in your credit? 10 years. Beautiful. Follow me for a minute. Obsolete information is any information that is beyond the industry standards of 7 years for collections, for example, or 10 years for bankruptcy. What? Industry standards, industry practices. Wait a minute. It's not the law? No. Industry standards. What's the real estate commission when you sell a piece of property? Real estate commissions. Isn't it 6? Sometimes 5? Is it negotiable? If I have a $50 million, I don't think I'm paying more than 1% on that one. Commissions are negotiable. However, people make it sound like it's the law. 6% commission, 3%, 3%. That's just the way it is on the dotted line. No. It's the industry standard. For loans, oh, we charge you 2 points like everybody else does. Is that the law? No. Industry standard. Do you understand this? What does that mean? That means very, very simply the following. The length of time the following items stay, you just said bankruptcy, 7-Eleven or whatever, 10 years, collections, 7 years, public records like foreclosures, judgments, tax liens and things like that. God bless you. God bless you. Public records, 10 years, inquiries, 2 years. Is that the law? No, it's not. It's just a bravo. Does that mean I can take out a bankruptcy before 10 years is over?
Yeah.
Yep. 7 years? Yep. 5 years? Yep. 3 years? Yep. 2 years? Yep. 1 year? Yep. Are you serious? I've been waiting 7 years for this thing. I have another 3 years to go. You're telling me we could have done it way before this? Yes. People don't know. People don't know. We do this every day. I can only talk to, 20, 30 people at a time. What's paradigm? You're going to love this. Paradigm is a set of assumptions, concepts, values, and practices that constitutes a way of viewing reality for the community that shares them. It's a belief system. That's exactly what's going on in our country, people. All over the country. Knowledge is power. This is our passion right here. We are teachers. We want to teach people about credit and then help them get it going. Again, as I said before, you have the right. It's not a permission. It's not a privilege. Driver's license is a privilege. They can take it away from you. This is a right. Nobody can take this away from you. To work closely with the credit reporting agency, like the gentleman has, and hold them accountable to the letter of the law to check the accuracy of reporting data on your credit reports. What is their job? Their job is not to help you. Their job is to do everything possible, while they are smiling, by the way, to give you the runaround. For example, this collection you're asking, you paid it. You paid it. Do you have the cancel check for it? Do you have something that says, what are you, a collection company now? It's none of your business. I want to verify the accuracy of reporting of this item. That's what I want to see. That's all I want to see. Well, persuade them after listening to music for almost an hour and 15 minutes. Somebody comes on 5 minutes and tries to tell you what to do. And you have another 10 negative items that you're going to collect, that you're going to work on. You see the point? That's the whole point over here. What we do is very simple. National Credit Education, NCES, we are helping or assisting the consumer to exercise their right to work with the credit agencies on adversely affecting items only. What does that mean? Negative items. I'll give you something that will surprise you. If we work on your positive items also, they'll be deleted too, because nothing has been reported on your reports accurately. They had no time to do it. What do? We are a credit repair, education, and FICO enhancement company. For one flat fee for 1 full year of service, no matter how many negative items, no matter what kind of negative items, no matter how long they've been in your credit reports. We go through your file all the way back, not the bankruptcy you had from 5 years ago, the bankruptcy you had 25 years ago. Anything in your credit impacts your score. So if we get rid of all the negatives as far back as we can go when you started getting credit, we are going to jump that FICO score really, really fast. We do what's called the electronic dispute process. It's all computerized. Process is fast, efficient, and effective, and we work with all 3 credit agencies simultaneously, but separately, and so much more. What is so much more? As I shared with you, we do the credit repair and FICO enhancement because we want to make sure not only you get educated about credit, you also know the credit repair, what we do exactly, we tell you what we do, and the FICO enhancement, how you're going to improve your FICO. Once you have a complete understanding of this, you can take your score from a D to an A in no time, in just a few months. That's what we do. Oh, I did this already. Why is it not going down to? Did I push it? Oh, I pushed the wrong button probably. I'm sorry. I'll just go forward. No problem. Be a little patient with me. 4 hours sitting in the car, you know what I mean? Be patient with me. There we go. The easiest way to sign up people, obviously, this day and age, is the computer. So if John, you want to see John afterwards, you just go to his website and you have it on top of those papers that I passed around, and you can go and you can sign up. All we want is some personal data. What is this? Your name, social, date of birth, mother's maiden name, address, phone number, please. Preferably cell phone number because we're going to send you information on an ongoing basis, and email address. Why? We're going to send you a lot of education on email addresses. So we need these. And you agree to the terms and conditions. What are the terms and conditions? Be my guest and read. It says what we are promising to do for you and what we expect from you. What do we expect from you? Be engaged. So we don't call you and we can't get a hold of you for 3 weeks. Be engaged. Expect to get a call from us. We're going to talk to each other. We're going to start working. Which item you want to start with? You want the bankruptcy out? We'll take the bankruptcy, the judgment, the collection, and these 2 student loans over here first. So we're going to work. Be there. Because just in case we need something, we want to call you 2 days from now. Be available for us. That's all we want from you. That's all we want from you. If the credit agencies make a fuss over something and we need to have something in writing maybe, or a piece of paper you can copy and send, be available so you can do that. And we seldom do that, by the way. You get a welcome letter right away. We get a call from our center. If you are a rep with the company, an IBO, the IBO gets a call now. We just started. The IBO gets a call from the office, and it says to you, this is the client we're working on. We're going to call the client next. For your information, these are the things we are missing. And it's very, very clear what we're missing. The client receives update reports. Just wait for update reports, which you're going to get every 10, 15 days. You're going to get your update reports, and you're going to get the electronic messages from us and update reports from the CRAs, which is credit reporting agencies, every month, 40 days. What do you do with them? Put them in an envelope, send it to our mail center. And if you forget, you know why? Because we already went through it 3 or 4 times during the month. We know what's going on already. But we say that. What do we have here? I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to be really fast over here. I have samples of actual, that was a, let me just go back so you can see, because if you get it, then you know what it looks like. This is an actual experience report from a client. We asked them a simple question. We said, can we please use your update report the first time that it came around? This is one of 2 pages. We're going to black out your name, black out dates, black out all the account numbers and everything else. So don't worry about it. We just want to show it that no matter what kind of a negative item you have, we have deleted, updated these ones over here, because these are things that you are making payments right now. Updated means you had lates on them, 30, 60 days, 90 days. We got rid of all the lates. Now you're current. That's all it means. And these other ones came out. Deleted. On second page, you have some more items that are deleted. Here, right here. You have 13 out of 18 items deleted first time around. This is the first cycle. We're going to do a second cycle. What does that mean? That means we're going to work on the 5 remaining items the second month. When I say month, always take about 40 days. That's why we say 3 months to 6 months, because 3 months is really way overreach for 2 months, right? Way overreach. So we're already in the ballpark for that. Okay. Here's another report right here. It's from TransUnion. The person had some. The reason I show this, he has some tax liens. Do you see? They've been deleted, and all of these over here in the bottom, it says new information below. New information below, the next cycle means they're going to be out. That's what it means. They're going to be out. They're going to be deleted. That's what it means, new information below. Okay? Just so you know. We go with this, so I'm sorry. This one over here is another one. Lancaster Civil Court is a judgment. That's a judgment. That's a judgment. Anything you have, LVMV funding, that's student loan, anything negative you have, we are working on deleting the negative items. I'm supposed to push one time, sorry. 16 out of 20 items deleted, as you can see. And I'm going to move forward really fast because I want to impress you very nicely. Just look at the numbers. 8 out of 11, including a civil judgment and a bunch of collections over here. Let me get to the juicy one that I like a lot. This one is a lady from Glendale. We did the credit repair for her. Chapter 7 bankruptcy filing. You all know bankruptcy. Filing, deleted. Nissan Motor Company, this was a car repossession. First trust deed, second trust deed, both of them are deleted. Foreclosure case. Second page, we have the bankruptcy that has been discharged, deleted. The filing was deleted, now the discharge is deleted, and a couple of other items. Chapter 7, auto repossession and foreclosure are deleted from this client's credit. This one is over here, a real nice one. It's a 10 out of 13 where you have, right here, civil judgment and a bunch of collections, 10 out of 13 negative items, including the very last one, which is a principal resident mortgage. That's a foreclosure right there that was deleted, no longer on the file. So we don't care what the negative item is. It doesn't matter to us. In this one, you have 12 out of 13, first cycle, 12 out of 13. This one over here, yeah, that's the one, 12 out of 13 with a bunch of negatives. I'm just trying to get to the juicy one that I have. Oh, you're going to love this one. Let me just enlarge it for you right here. Look at this one. Sallie Mae, government student loans, deleted. However, we explain, if you still have that loan, you're going to be having that for a long time. You know that, right? You got to make the monthly payments. But we deleted them if in case you're going to go get a card or an automobile or something like that. That's going to be out for a few months before they put it back in again. Why? Because you were late on your payments again. Okay? Same thing with this over here. This one is California student loan, deleted. And the last one is a mortgage, also deleted. Now there are items that we delete that could come back. I'll talk about that in a minute. We don't care. That's why we do this for 1 full year. Because if they come back, we just take it out again. And then we need a remedy. And we'll talk to you about the remedy. You're going to love this one. I love this one. Look at this. Civil judgment. It's been deleted. Okay? Chapter 7 bankruptcy discharge. That's been deleted. Paid civil judgment. That's been deleted. And a bunch of negative items also deleted. You tell me, wait a minute, Harmik. Civil judgment is deleted and a paid civil judgment. Does that mean this was not paid? That's right. We deleted both of them anyway. And the bankruptcy. You see how it works? Why? We're not a collection company here to say what happened. Did you pay the thing? Did you not pay? The credit agencies are going to ask you those questions. Of course. Why? They're not there to help you. Understand that. It's an uphill battle with them. Just accept it. That's reality of the world. Right here. That's what we do. It's very simple. And all we want from you is be engaged with us. This one over here, I think is for the CPAs. All these tax liens, look at that. All of them are either no longer on the file or deleted. 12 out of 12. This was done for a friend of mine who's a CPA. This guy is from Las Vegas. He signed up for the program. He has 17 negative items, including civil judgment, Ford Motor Company, car, automobile loan. And on the second page, he has more. Do you see all these negatives on the first page? On the second page, he has more. There we are. 17 out of 17 deleted, first time around. That's just over a month. First time around. That's my writing right there. Things like this kind of surprise us too. But that's the way it is. We expect that. I usually expect it in 2 months or 3 months. That's why I say 3 to 6 months, so you don't have to call me every day. But that's reality right there. Look at this one, page 1. The reason for this exercise is to say no matter what kind of negative items, no matter how many of them, this is how many, 20 out of 22, first time around. Look at this one over here. Page 1, almost everything deleted. Page 2, almost everything deleted. Page 3, almost everything deleted. You have 30 out of 33 negative items deleted. First time around. There's only 3 remaining items. We'll take care of it next time. Do you think this guy's FICO score just went from 530 to maybe 690, 700, 7 something? Yes, absolutely. That's exactly what we do. This over here, I'll just spend 2 minutes on it because it's really important. This is the big question every one of you is going to ask, and every client asks the same question. I get a judgment. I got a collection. In fact, I have 2, 3 collections. I got a lien. Should I go and pay them off or settle with them and they come to do credit repair? No. Bravo. However, we qualify the no. You know how? We say, listen, you have a moral obligation to pay what you owe. We're not saying don't pay. Let's understand each other. We're saying you don't have to go settle with anybody before we start the process because we have a little surprise for you. However, you have money, you just won the lottery, you have $150,000 in judgments, collections, and everything. Why don't you write a check and just pay it off and be done with it? However, we do something for you which will very soon be another product next to the credit repair. We do it for free for now. Here. You have a collection. 7 years ago, you had a little incident. You went to the hospital. You were there for 3 days. You got a bill for about $12,000, and you haven't been able to pay it. You don't pay it for about 5, 6 months. They sell that account to a collection company. And then the collection company is after you. They call you at work. They call you at home. They call you at dinner time. They call you anytime they want to bug you. By the way, do you know what is the only weapon that the collection companies have against you? Only weapon? Intimidation. That's a fear, that's it. We have clients, Hispanic, that collection company has called that said, if you don't pay this thing within a week, we're going to make arrangements, we can deport you from the country. It's like, what was that again? Yes.
I've heard that a lot of ex-cons get jobs in doing that. People come out of prison and can't get other jobs, they take that job.
That's true. So we're not in favor of collection companies, but we love them in this way. I'll tell you what it is. The collection that you had for $10,000, $12,000 7 years ago, it has been sold a few times, and each time it sells, it gets watered down. That means it gets discounted. Would you believe that today, if we call the last collection company, they probably bought that whole thing after $5,000, $2,000, $1,500, $1,000, maybe they paid $200 for it? So if we call that company and we say, we'll give you $300, will you take it? They have just have 50% return on their money, 200 just became 300, and they give you a receipt, and they say it's all paid. We just paid off your $12,000 bill. And once we take it out of your credit, which is immediately, by the way, there is no one there to put it back in again. Do you realize that? There's no collection company, there's nobody there to put it back in again. And guess what? They have to pay money to put it in. It ain't free. They got to pay money. So we know that. We pass this on to you. It's very simple. Right now we're doing it for free. Soon it's going to be debt negotiation. Unlike consumer credit counseling or debt management, where you consolidate your bills and you make payments and all that, this is debt negotiation. We negotiate on pennies on the dollar, pennies. Judgments, collections, liens, we treat them all exactly the same way. Exactly the same way. Remember we said credit repair and you want FICO enhancement? I will just tell you the fact that FICO stands for Fair Easy Company, and I'm going to wrap this up really fast for you. And these are all the score basics that the credit agencies and the FICO people have. Scores are damaged by the most recently reported derogatory information. Derogatory information reported prior to 2 years doesn't have much of an impact, but it does have an impact. That's what stops you from going from 820 to 850. So what do? Let's go back. Let's go back 25 years, 30 years, whatever you have in your record, and delete that. FICO has 88 negative rating factors to constantly press down your FICO score. It is their job for every little excuse to press down your score. That's the business they are in. It's like asking the police guy that stops you in the freeway, why are you giving me a ticket? Man, that's my job. This is what I do. I'm just doing my job. You made a mistake. It says right here what the mistake was, and here's your ticket. Thank you very much. That's exactly what the credit agencies do. They basically measure if you're going towards bankruptcy or away from bankruptcy. That's basically what they're doing. So depending on your score and then the debt you have, total debt, etc., etc., etc. But there are 5 scoring factors that you can control. You actually own them, and they're powerful. What are they? 35% of the reason that your FICO fluctuates on a daily basis is because of payment history. 30% is because of amounts owed. 15% is because of length of credit history. 10% is because of new of credit. And 10% is because of types and numbers of credit cards to use. So this is, you realize, client to client, client to office, right? Somebody has 2 credit cards, somebody has 5 credit cards, somebody doesn't have any credit cards, etc., etc. We work with them to do this. Understanding this boosts your FICO on a turbocharge. That means every month 30, 40 points. Understanding this. We're going to start from the bottom. Let's say you don't have any credit cards. 10% is because of types and numbers. The perfect number is somewhere between 5 to 10 credit cards. 5 to 10 credit cards. 6, 7 is perfect. You need to have 7 credit cards. From which? The types. Majority of them need to be major credit cards. So you're with me. You have 6, 7 cards. Majority have to be major. What's a major credit card? Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover. Those are major, right? You can use them everywhere, right? What's a minor credit card? Gas card, department store card. Get the ones you use. Don't go get a Citgo card where there's no Citgo gas stations around here. It's only in the East Coast. But if you fill up at Shell, 76, Chevron, get those cards, okay? Why? Because you're going to use these cards. You're going to get mileage out of these cards. The whole idea is to use them, but properly and making payments the way we teach you. So listen very carefully. Once you have your 4, 5, 6 cards, preferably 6 or 7 cards that you have, you don't want to get any more cards. It's done. Done. That means no credit. Every time you get new credit, including a second trust deed, a HELOC loan, whatever you get, your FICO goes down, by the way. FICO goes down, then it slowly continues going up. So no more credit. You got your cards. We're going to do something with your cards. 15% is because of length of history. Well, obviously, if somebody had 30 years history versus someone who's had 6, the one with the 6 is obviously, you know what that means? Yes, it is important to have long credit, but if you have a behavior, you show a certain behavior to these people for 4 or 5 months, you're gold. Did you know that? It's good to have a mortgage. It's good to have a car loan. There's a little problem with them. They are long-term loans. You make payments, no matter what, you're going to make that mortgage payment because you don't want to get foreclosed on. So they don't look at it as, oh, you're a risky person or not a risky person. But the credit cards, because it's revolving on monthly basis, you get billing, you make payments, etc. That shows your behavior. You show them a perfect behavior, your FICO will go from nothingness, brand new in this country, to about 5, 6 months getting offers from zero interest offers from Visas, MasterCards, B of A, whatever out there. 15% is because of credit history. 30% is because, this is when you want to write this down. You want to keep your balances according to the limits under 30% of the limits. So if you have a $1,000 card, it's got to be under $300. If you have a $5,000 card, keep it under $1,500. Under 30%. Now, one of you asks me, what's the ideal, perfect, stick it in their eye kind of a percent? 10%. So if you're really not using credit cards and we get you these credit cards together, use them right around 10% because you are really now turbocharging. 30%. 35%, which is the highest percentage, is because of the payment history. So we're going to play a game with these people. And you're going to learn this. How do we play the game? It's very simple. The credit cards you have, use them and put a little balance on them, right around 10%. So you have a $500 card. What do I do with this? Go fill up your card, $50, $60, $70, right? With today's prices, it's filled up. Take your family out to dinner. You're going to spend $60, $70, $80. Then it's right here. That's on another card. So put balances on every card, okay? That shows I am actively using them. I am engaged with my credit to the credit agencies. Department store, go buy shoes, whatever. You understand that. But under the 30% of the limit. You remember that. Okay. What happens at the end of the month? You get statements. I don't care if it's online or you get statements, it's the same. I don't care. You get statements. What do you do with the statement for that card? You make a copy of the statement. So you have the original one and you have a copy. You look at it, you look at your limit, $1,000, $500, I don't care. You look at the balance, it's correct, it's under 30%. You look at the minimum monthly payment. Minimum monthly payment could be $15. $15. Well, I can pay a lot more than that. You are going to, but listen to this. Nobody cares how much. Nobody cares. I can pay it off. Nobody cares how much. Nobody. It's computer systems at FICO, and we're going to play with the computer systems. What are we going to do? You take your minimum monthly payment and add something to it. Let's say $15, make it $20. You're going to send the $20 half and half, $10 and $10. Over 10 days apart, about 12 days apart. So you're going to put the original one right now with a check inside for $10 and you send it today. And you put it on one of those big calendars on your desk 10 days later, and you always get the bill at the same time, so you have the same May company, or what is it called now? Nordstrom, whatever it's called. You see what I'm saying? Macy's, exactly. You see what I'm saying? You can tell who does the shopping in our house. Not me, that's for sure. You see what I'm saying? So you do that so that the second payment, the photocopy, you put it with another check and you send it. First of all, before the due date, you send in your minimum monthly payment. You made more than the minimum monthly payment, and you had 2 payments 10 days apart. Each payment that goes in, it goes ding, 1 FICO score. Second payment goes in, goes ding, another FICO score. So on 1 credit card, you just got 2 FICO scores. On 6 credit cards, you have 12 FICO scores every single month as you have balances and you get the statements. Are you with me? Before the due date, so it's no late, right? You can also do it online. And guess what? When you do it online, try to make a 3rd payment. Many of the card companies, they say you can only make 2 payments. No more. They don't want you to get too smart. But that's interesting when somebody like you reads it now. You understand what they're talking about. So what we're doing is we're using a behavior to show these people that we are doing everything they want to see. It has nothing to do how rich you are, how much money you make, how poor you are, has nothing to do with anything. It's like a good baseball player. As long as they're playing good baseball, do you care where they come from, what kind of a wealth they have? It's exactly the same thing. You can have a receptionist at an office making $2,000 a month, have 850 FICO score. You can have a multi-millionaire. I have friends in Beverly Hills. In Truesdale, which is the Beverly Hills of Beverly Hills, $50, $60 million houses, with FICO score about 570. And they're always mad at me. So how do you get this up? You're not going to learn. So forget you. You're too busy being in buildings and shopping centers and whatever you do. Don't. Just go use your American Express $150,000 and pay it cash at the end of the month. Be done with it. You're not going to learn. You see, it's a behavior. Once you understand the behavior, you're done. It's finished. Do this for the rest of your life. Use the credit cards. What I do with my credit cards, do you think? Honey, I got a credit card over here. You want to do some shopping, about $100? Yeah, I can get the kids this. Here's the card. That's exactly what I do. Because I want to have a little balance, because I'm going to make the payments again. I'm going to keep my FICO at 850. Do you see this? Now, one time you listen to this, you kind of got it. Second time, you're going to get it. Every Thursday, we do this. In fact, tomorrow's subject is going to be only FICO. Only FICO. So we're going to do this end part slower, expanded. You see? Once you have good FICO, once you have good credit, first month they think it's a coincidence. Second month they think it's The 3rd month they say, they looked at, this guy knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing, right by the book. 4th month, you're done. You're finished with them. It's like, this guy knows. He's not filing bankruptcy. He's doing everything right. He probably took a course somewhere, we don't know where. Because there's no college courses, no university. We don't know where this guy got it from. And your FICO goes up. I have people who start with nothing. They get 1 credit card. They do exactly what I told them. Exactly. In fact, they use the credit card only to put gas in their car. Every week, they put gas in the car, $40, $50. They drive the whole week, and they put gas in the car. I make the payments the way I said. Then they get an offer. They get a 2nd credit card. In 6 months, in 7 months, they have close to 800 FICO because they don't have good history yet. And then they get offers. 0%. Platinum. Gold. Is everybody with me? Who does the credit repair? Not you and I. It's too much work. It's tedious work. You have to be at it. I got my team processing in West Covina. That's all they do. They get paid for doing that. So they come in, they sit down, they take their break, they take their lunch. But all day long, they're contacting the credit agencies for different files they have in front of them. And it's mostly on the computer, emailing, texting, calling, whatever they have to do. And we get the job done. There's no other way to do credit repair. If anybody ever tells you there's any other way, we hack the system, we do this, we do that, it's a lie. There's no hacking system, there's nothing. And a lot of people now do credit repair. I started about 22 years ago, there was nobody doing it. Now they're doing it all over the place. You see the ad and all that stuff. Just be careful, because all they do is credit repair. That's, like I said, it's 10% of what we do. Where's the rest of the money? The rest of the money is in the network marketing, where you write your own checks. You can decide. You can decide, starting today, I'm going to be making myself in the next 3-4 months $5,000 a month. Then it's going to grow to 10,000 because I see exactly how it's growing. And you can. You can. How many of you work from home? Are either semi-retired or you run your business from, right? It's perfect. You don't have to drive 4 hours anywhere. And if your work takes 2 hours or an hour and a half or something, it's a complete. I have an office in Glendale. I don't go from Calabasas to Glendale because it takes 1 hour on the 101 freeway. I don't want to listen to music. I don't want talk radio. I listen to my radio. I know the news every day, what's going on. However, what do? Get my orange juice, get a cup of coffee, sit down, nice and easy, get a banana or orange juice or whatever I have. And I start calling people. Who do I call? People all across the country who have organizations. They are building. How do you build an organization? You be a rep with us tonight. You can be a rep. You fill up an application. We get you a free website. You don't have to pay for anything. Isn't that good? That's good, right? Yep. They usually pay $10, $12 a month for a website. Free. Free website. Just one of these with your name on top of it, okay? So when you send anybody in the country to your website, they go in and they sign for anything, like for credit repair or for anything else for that matter. Am I done here? I think I'm done. Yeah, I think I'm done. In conclusion, we trust, etc., etc. We all trust each other. We're good people. Let's go into our website for a minute. Why? Because every one of you gets one of these, and you have your name right on top of it. John, Bill, Nancy, whatever, it's yours. Anybody that goes in here, clicks on credit repair and fills up an application, there's an application. Every page has an application, by the way. Every page. Okay, you get the $200 credit. You get $200 for every $6.99. No matter when they signed up, where they signed up, no matter what, you get $200. We have a promotion coming up tomorrow. We're going to announce it. Very simple. Not only you get $200, you will also get 1,000 business cards like these over here that I have. These are glossy, first-class business cards, two-sided. And guess what's on the second side? Conversation starter. Did you know that it's the law? Information about you must be absolutely accurate before it goes in you. And the credit agencies do that. If you can verify that stuff, you can delete these negative items. That's a conversation right there. So what do you guys do? I help people making money. Helping people making money. Think about it for 1 second. Every one of you. Do you want to help people? I don't know of anyone who doesn't want to help people. Why not? Either through church or anywhere that you already go. Do you want to make money meanwhile? Absolutely. Why not? So you become a rep. How much is it to become a rep? It's $199, but I don't have the money. I can't pay right now. Don't pay. Because we want to help people. Don't pay. Do you know anybody with less than perfect credit? Anybody at all? Yeah, I got my son, he had this, my cousin, or whatever, right? Okay. Get a credit repair from them. When you turn it in, we owe you how much? $200. That $200 will be applied to your $199, so you won't get a commission, but you just paid for your $199. You're done. You are what we call a qualified rep. Now you want to expand. First of all, anytime you do it $6.99, you get $200. $6.99, $200 all over the country. Okay? Not just California here. Now you want to build an organization. Get 3 people under you and qualify them. Explain to them. If you don't know how to explain to them, don't worry about it. Just give me a call. We'll do a 3-way or we'll do a go-to-webinar right there on the spot. That's what I do all day long. We just qualify people left and right. You see? Once you have 3 people that are qualified, you get $230, $230, $230 as each one gets qualified. So you make $690 from 3 people. That's it. It's the end of the comp line. Everything else is duplicatable. Duplicatable. I love KISS. Remember that, right? Keep it simple. Right? That's exactly what I believe in big time. Keep it simple. What do? Get the three of them for donut and coffee. There's a Denny's guy here, so we don't want to say Denny's. We don't want to say anything fancy because you don't want to spend a lot of money and you want to be duplicatable, right? Everybody can do it. A cup of coffee, $5, $6. Everything, right? So you get three of these guys together. You say, we are a team together. Now we're going to be building a humongous organization. What I want you guys, did you guys see what I did? I called you, I pushed you to get qualified, and I made 230 from every one of you. Each one of you do the same thing, and I'm here to support you, and the corporate office is behind me to support you. We're all here to support you. So each one of you get 3 people under you. That's going to be 9 people in the second level. Do you realize that? You already turned into executive, which is the second position. Now you make $280 a pop. When you sign up somebody, you get $280. It was $230, now it just became $280. Once you have your second level, start going wide. You can go unlimited wide, and you can go unlimited deep. You can go as deep as you want, as wide as you want. So make 280, 280, but support these people because they're getting 9 people, and then 27 people, and 81 people. And from every 230 that each person gets from a qualified rep, you get the difference of 280 and a 230, which is $50. Once you move to the next position, that's a $330, which is a $100 differential coded bonus. Everybody doing a 230, you get $100. Doing nothing, $100. Plus the $200, of course, plus the overrides, plus all that stuff. You get $100. From people who have hit your position of 280, you get $50. Got it? It's very simple. So what do? Get 3 people, teach everybody to get 3 people, everybody get 3 people, and qualify them. Not sign them up, and then they don't do anything for a while. You want to sign them up, right? Your first person that you got up in Buena Park, you signed them right there. She did the credit repair. She was qualified. Boom, check goes out to him. And 200 is the least we pay. It's 200, it goes all the way up to $450. We don't call you an employee. We don't call you an associate. You're an independent business owner. I call you a partner. You know why? Once you get to the positions where you're making $420, $450 for signing up reps, do you realize you make more money than us? Do you realize that? I better call you a partner. You're a partner. You're getting more than 50%. I got expenses and salaries and all that stuff to pay. But to get there, you brought in so many 3 peoples already. We're all getting money. And you get a corporate share, you get all that stuff after you hit those positions. It's very simple. But for people that have some spare time, this is all part-time. So for anybody that was working, it's fine. Work. This is part-time. Do you realize on a Saturday morning, if you have a little office, you can get 4 or 5 people around. You can call me and say, Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, I want to do one of these go-to meetings. Let's do it. We do this every Tuesday night, every Thursday night. Thursday night for the clients, Tuesday night for our representatives from all over the country. Okay? So we do one of these, and I'll do the explaining. And if I'm not available or I cannot be available, just do it yourself. What do? Just go over here to these different videos we have right here and click on them and then expand them and let it talk.
Hello, this is Harmik from Ucan2 Financial Solutions.
Sorry, too loud. So if you have a few people sitting around, this is doing exactly what I just did. In 8 minutes, 9 minutes, so less than half an hour, you just did all the full presentation of the whole company. So you are the presenter now. You didn't have to speak, you didn't have to get up in front of people, you're shy, whatever it is. If it's 4 or 5 people, 10 people around, say, okay guys, you got the game. Who's signing up for what? You see? That's it. And we are passionate, always remember, about the credit repair. Yes, ma'am.
Quick question about IRS liens
Yes.
and, let's say, child support.
Yes.
2 things that many people in our groups have problems with.
Right.
So you can get those off, you can get those removed. Do they come back again?
Anything that you have, that's a loose wire is what I call. Like electric wire, there's juice in it.
Obviously the child support has
Yeah. At some point, someone's going to realize it. Some collection company, the student loans, center, the government, or something, and they could put it back in again. Okay, but yes, it'll be out for a long while. So usually people do this for maybe buying a car, maybe they want to buy a house or something. They want low interest rates and all that stuff. But it could come back. That's why if it does come back, we're definitely talking. How can we take care of this? If it's a student loan, you can defer it. You can lower the interest rate. You can not make payments for a whole year. There's a lot of things you can do. If it's a collection, let's negotiate with them. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for staying over here. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's negotiate with them. Let's call them up and see if we can settle.
Tax lien, can you negotiate with the IRS?
We can. I have a CPA friend of mine who does. Yeah, but a lot of places do. We don't ourselves. I have a friend of mine who does. But I can either refer you to people or you can see yourself. They're very simple, by the way. First of all, if anybody knows the know-how, they can settle right there on the spot for 10 cents on the dollar. Like you see on TV, they advertise.
We see the ads, yeah.
Yeah, 10 cents on a dollar. To get some sort of a term on that, like monthly payments or once every 6 month payment or anything like that, that you need somebody who can speak their language and get that. Yeah, it's very doable. It's exactly like inquiries. People say, I have so many inquiries. How can I remove this thing, right? Right? We have a letter. I have a letter. I'll send it to you. Just fill in the blanks. Send it in. It'll get removed. That's it. Like that.
When you say you can refer somebody on the tax liens, would that also be state tax liens? Same thing? Do they help on that?
Franchise tax board is talking about, FTB.
Probably. I've got a few CPAs I usually refer to. I never got into the details. I say, here's the CPA, call them up. And you get the answer.
That would be a separate service, though, we need
Yeah,
to pay for.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just check.
Yeah, I don't do that. Same thing with debt negotiation. You hear all these things on TV. If you have $10,000 minimum, because lower than 10,000 it doesn't make sense, by the way. You're going to settle what, $200? You want more than 10,000. Oh, it's so simple to do this thing. We do that for free. For free. The lowest in the country, the company, they charge you 30% of your total debt as their commission. That's the lowest, by the way. Imagine if we had the same product and we charge 25%. We'll beat everybody in the country. Do you realize that? We are basically McDonald's of restaurants. I hope you realize that. Volume, cheap, and you make a lot of money from it. So you don't just refer somebody. No, you make money out of it. Why not? We pay you for it. Yes, sir.
She gave you an example of child support, and if you were to wipe that off and somebody gets a loan, you take out all the history of that too, right? Let's say somebody had...
Yeah, there's no more child support. There's no child support.
But don't they report it like every month, and it'll say like a whole history of child support, missed child
Nobody reports every month because they have to pay money for it, by the way. Every month is too much.
After, if you're able to take that off, eventually it'll probably come back on, right?
Possible, unless we
Will
do.
history come back on with it, or just it'll start from...
Probably the whole history will come back.
Oh.
Yeah. Credit cards, no. The whole history doesn't come back. But child support, I believe, same thing with student loan. You owe $60,000 to some college or something. We took the lates out. We took the whole loan out. You still owe $60,000. You didn't pay it off, So at one point when it does come back, when it comes back, it's not a guarantee 1 month, 2 months. It could come back 6 months later, for example, like that. Yes, you had a question.
Do people often sign up, just stay with this year after year? They pay their $700, $699 every year just for maintenance?
No.
No.
No. 1 year is enough time to learn how to drive a car. You know what I'm saying? Unless somebody wants to. We had a lady that signed up for this. She has 750 FICO score. And she makes good money. She has no problem. Because of that first question that I asked, why not 780, why not 800? Said, I'm curious. Give me an application. Let me fill it up right now. It's knowledge, yes.
And in the beginning, I saw some recommended credit cards to apply for. Are those the ones? Because some credit cards, they want you to pay quite a bit. I don't know, like every year, let's say $150 and 35% interest rate. Are those kinds of cards?
There are different kinds. However, you can fish around. We don't recommend them. We just give them as samples. Once you go on Google credit cards, you'll get a ton. ton, and you can pick and choose the one you want. I call it cost of having good credit. You see what I'm saying? So if you're going to pay $49 to get the card, and then you're going to pay 26%, you're going to put $50 balance. You see what I'm saying? That's 26% a year. You're driving your FICO up every month using them. It's not like you borrowed money because you're going to use it for, no. You're disciplined, you know. You're using that card. You pay a little for it, but you have yourself an 800 plus FICO score.
Another question along with that. I've heard that if you close a credit card down,
Right.
that causes the problem. So if you had one of those kind of credit cards you didn't really like, and then you get a better one, you can close those down, then does that put a negative on
It's
it?
not a, yeah, it's not a good one to close an account. It's not good. We like to see the credit card. You can keep a very low balance on it and just use it. It's like a mechanic. You have a lot of tools. Those credit cards are exactly like tools. You're using them. Don't think of them as using you. No. You're using them. You see what I'm saying? To drive up your FICO. Once you do, you are going to get offers with 0% interest cards. Those are the ones that you normally use. This you just use for playing to keep your FICO score really high. You know? Yeah.
So you have a $10,000 limit on a card, and you go and charge $1,000 on it. Of course, you can make the minimum payment. Let's say the minimum payment's $100.
Right.
You can say you can send in two $50 payments and pay the minimum payment.
And a little more, right?
Send in two $500 payments and pay off the card that month, which will give you more credit. Paying off the balance or carrying a balance on it.
Carrying on month after month after month.
So
It gives you faster FICO score.
Even if you left $10 on there.
I would take the minimum, I would add something to it, you forgot that part. Add something to it, then divide it to 2, and then half and half, 10 days apart, at least 11 days apart, 12 days apart. That just gives you positive dings on that credit card going up for the FICO.
Some sort of a balance, no matter how low.
Yeah.
Going forward and paying a little bit of that finance charge every month makes it go up faster.
That's right. So you're using the card for driving up your FICO.
And what if you were traveling and you wanted to, you had a $10,000 limit and you were going to put like $8,000 on it, and then you were going to pay it off like over the next 3 or 4 months or something? Is that negative?
Yeah, of course. The FICO is going to go down, but it'll go up again. You know, once you start paying it up, they see what you're doing. In fact, you can even call them up. You know, say, I'm going on travel, I'll be in Europe. I did that for my daughter. She went to Germany this year and then toured Europe. I did that. I gave her 2 credit cards and I called the credit card company. I said, this is for my daughter. She's going to Europe. Should we buy money from you? Or, no, they can use this over there, Visa, MasterCard, you can use it, etc., etc. And I said, whatever balances she has, I'll pay it off in a couple of months. She said, yeah, no problem. You have a good record with us anyway, so.
I think to add to what she asked, so, you have one score, you charge it way up, you pay it a couple months down, and so when when it's all paid off again, are you basically back to, your score is back to where you were when you started?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. They're looking at history. History to them is 6 months. 6 months. So within 6 months, if you do something, they know you just did something, and then, like I said, even call the company if possible, the card company. And then you're back to normal again. It's like veering off the road and then get back on the road again. It's the same thing. But if you do it for a longer period of time, then it starts boom, 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 boom. Every month it starts going down. You have a question back there? Very good. You see what we do, right? Yes, go ahead.
With the tax liens again, so you can get the tax liens off, then they might come back again. Can you get them off again? Let's say...
We would recommend strongly what I'm going to recommend right now. Settle them, negotiate them, talk to them.
We don't do that.
No problem. We'll just delete the item and wait until they come back again. It could be a year from now if they come back. If they come back. One of the reasons you stay in the program for 1 year also, because 9 months later, if it comes back, we'll just take it out again. You already paid for it, so we're not going to charge you any money. Yeah, those things are really simple. Lates are very simple. Collections are very simple. Bankruptcy is a little sticky for at least, you give it a couple of months. Sometimes first month it's out. But, foreclosure, things like that, give us a little time. That's why I said 3 to 6 months so nobody calls us up and says, it's the second month you told me. Don't do that. You see? Yes.
So if we want to sign up, do we sign up under John? Are you signed up, John?
Yeah.
Yes, John is a rep. And I have applications over here. Easiest thing is online. However, some people don't want to do online. Don't. We have them right here. I always carry these. And when you get involved in the business, just get yourself a briefcase. And if you already have one, 2 files. One of them is what we call the IBO applications. These are to become a rep. We just need a name, a social security or EIN number or corporate number, whatever you want. For 1099, that's all, the only purpose. We have no business with your social. Yes.
So you can sign up as a business.
Yes. You can switch anytime you want to. Right before the end of the year, maybe you want to switch to your name and file. We don't care. We just want to issue a 1099 to you because we have to by law. The rest of it is yours. And this is the credit repair one.
And you compensate, you compensate monthly to your people that sign people up? Do you pay monthly, the check?
Weekly.
Weekly?
Every Friday. I was talking to a bank from Texas yesterday. We may just sign them up, get them going. They issue a Ucan2 credit card, metal. Have you seen the metal credit cards? They're not plastic, they're metal. And they have a chip in it.
I remember metal ones.
Yeah, metal. It's nice. It's a Ucan2 card. You can put it in your wallet. It's an ATM card, but because it's a bank, they also give you a routing number and account number, so you have a checking account number, you see, over there. So you can use it as a regular ATM for money, but when we pay you commissions, we put, let's say, $50,000 this week in an account, and then it disperses to everybody. So you get it on that credit card, let's say $1,000 or whatever it is. You can use it anywhere or go to the bank, any ATM, and you don't pay anything for it. That's what I like, because they charge the merchant commission, not you.
So do you have one of those cards?
I'm sorry.
One of those cards?
No, I was talking to the guy yesterday. He said, we'll get together probably in Austin, or maybe I'll fly to California. So I'll see him soon. And this is the application, very simple. First page is the only thing, and more than half of the page is the payment part. So credit card, whatever you want to pay, And then put the bottom of your name. Don't forget that, because you got to pay $200. If you don't, we have to call around, check to see whose this was, you know. Second page, power of attorney, limited power of attorney for us to do on your behalf what we need to do with the credit agencies, nothing else, by the way. And on the third page over here, we do need a driver's license, social security card. If not with the application, you're going to need to turn that into the processing because the credit agencies ask for it at some point at the beginning of the process. So we don't want to be, I can't get a hold of you, I left a message, you call me, send it.
What if you don't have a driver's license?
Get an ID, get anything with a picture that's acceptable. Same thing with Social Security. If you have a 1040, you want to black out everything, just a 1040, something that's acceptable federal, government. And this one over here is for credit monitoring. You put a username, password, something simple, put your first name and then, 345 or something like that, user and password. And for Experian and for Credit Karma, that's how we get the updates, and we ship the updates to you on your telephones. So you can see on an ongoing basis what's going on. So you may see something this week, next week you see, 3 more items were off. I'm almost done, like that. It's really good. Really good. Today's technology, I don't like computers, but this kind of things I like. I'm glad I have an IT team. The whole team does everything they need to do.
You have another question, David?
Yes. So,
It's the general question that most of us don't have. You said acceptable ID.
right. I know, you think about it.
What did you send in, John? Passport.
Oh, okay. They still let you leave the country and come back?
Oh, can't get that.
We have a lot of questionable things in that department, especially with people from other countries, etc., etc. But we usually get around it, and we get going. Usually we get around it.
The thing is, your credit's connected to usually your social security number anyway. So
Or TIN number, even TIN number, or corporate number. So, yeah, anything that can have your number.
you're cleaning up your credit. Your bad credit's usually connected with your social security number. Right?
Yeah. Any other questions? Everybody good? All right. Very good. Sure. Anytime. Thank John, of course, for making this possible, letting me know. And here we are. And always on video. So